Hello and good evening. This is another Dark Flame Earth update. It's been a while. I've been busy, I've been moving, but I thought I could jump on here and give you a little update. Visit my website, www.darkflameearth.com, a creative portfolio production education network's website. Please visit my website. You can check it out. Click on the space capsule and it will take you to the frame. And this is a portal here. So check it out. You can click on Dark Flame Earth up on the right, and you can like us on Facebook. It's a community, so please check it out. Turn on notifications so you can get updates. Come on over here to education, and in the education panel, we have a variety of tools that I use every day, and I really want to show you guys how you can check this stuff out. You don't have to be an expert to learn how to interpret some of the information, like this map right here. It's surface heat index, so it's basically the surface temperature today, pretty much right now. It's basically live. So you can see the color spectrum down here. You can see it's very hot down in the lower states, and it's cold up here in Canada. I have a playlist here, so if I throw some videos on this playlist, there's 187, so you got some catching up to do. But let's scroll up here to the earthquakes map from USGS. So you can see right here, 2.7 in Oklahoma. And over here, we have a 4.5 in Nevada. Here, look at this map for 1 second. All right, sorry for that delay, but this is a live stream. So you probably noticed this one down here in Colombia, I believe. No, Ecuador, 5.3. And you can just click on the link that pops up down here when you click on the little circle, and it'll show you some information about it. It was 46 kilometers from Baja de Caracas, which doesn't show up on this map, but Manta, Ecuador, is 60 kilometers away. So there we go. So 60 kilometers away. And then it'll give you some more information about the fault lines and the information here. It's a 7,000 kilometer South American arc. So lots of activity down in Ecuador this year. Lots of quaking down here and here. Chile, Argentina. Oh, that's still Chile. Down here, this is usually a underwater volcano in the Pacific Antarctic Ridge. Down here near the South Sandwich Islands, I like this place a lot. There are penguins that live on these islands down here, and there's quite a bit of volcanic activity as well as earthquakes in the Scotia Sea. So you don't need to be an expert to come and check out the information here. Most of the quakes don't really affect anybody, but sometimes we get a big one, like in Tibet last last summer, I suppose it was, where 7,000 people died in the Himalayas when there was a series of gigantic earthquakes. And I'm not going to get into that too much right now, but let's just go back to the education panel here, and you can open up the Sun, SolarSoft. Now the Sun's been quiet, yeah, relatively quiet. What is it? We've had two small ones, a C and a B, and another B and a C and a B and a B and a B. So you don't really got to worry about these unless you see an M, or occasionally you get an X. But the Sun has been very quiet. You can see the flux right here. It's low. It's not really doing too much. No major flares coming off. You can check out latest imagery. You can see there are sunspots, but actually that's a low quality version. Here, let's check this one out. So this image is from the Solar Dynamic Observatory. It was generated July 8th, which is technically now, 4:39 UT, Universal Time. And check this out. Look at this beautiful, beautiful blast coming off the sun. I mean, we are so small. We're about the size of my magnifying glass mouse here. So these are gigantic bursts of plasma. You know, the sun is just a huge ball of fusion. And I find it so fascinating. So you can check out a couple different spectrums. This image was generated at the same time. You can see that bursting area in a different wavelength, and you still see it flying off. I mean, if we could just harness some of the energy from the sun, we could power our whole civilization. We're not even a level 1 civilization yet because we can't even use the sun to power the planet. But we will. We will. Worldview is another fantastic tool I like to check out every once in a while. There's a satellite that goes around the Earth every day and takes pictures. And you can see here, it's not quite done taking images. It just passed over the Philippines and Australia. So we got pretty much current imagery. It's too bad this doesn't turn out. We need to see this. Let's go back to yesterday. So this little horn here actually has like a satellite system over here you can usually see from space if there wasn't so many clouds. So these are just amazing tools that you can use to check out the world around you. And, you know, on any particular day, you can check it out, see if there's clouds over where you live. You know, not a chance of getting a clear shot of your house on some days, but other days it's nice and clear and you can come down here and say, wow, look at my hometown. And if you go down here, you can change the month and see what it's like in all different seasons. Let me just zoom out here. Africa, right? No, that's January 8th. So we can go up to May, June 8th. I just find this a fascinating tool. Oh yeah, so these islands here are pretty interesting. This small island here, or one of these around here, is actually a brand new island that just started forming. I wonder if I could find, what is that, the Canary Islands? Okay, so it is a volcano. But what am I looking for here? I'm looking for a new island. New island forming. Yeah, so I actually saw the satellite imagery when this happened. It was really cool. There was an underwater eruption here. And if I were to dig through my old photos that I've saved, I would find it, but I'm not going to do that for sake of time here. So El Hierro is where it happened. I remember that. And let me see. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's a good picture of it. So you see a new island being formed, a volcanic eruption. It's pretty amazing the stuff that happens. There was also another new island in what was it? Here, let's look at this picture. since this is what we're talking about. You can see the magma here, and it would basically broke through the surface, and this is how it happens. I mean, if you could just make an island, you're creating real estate. I think there was a Superman movie about that where Lex Luthor used kryptonite to try and make his own island that Superman couldn't go to. So yeah, this is right where it happened, and you can see the fault lines all over. You see the earthquake down here in the Scotia Sea, the Nazca Plate, and the South American Plate in Ecuador, where those quakes were today, in Chile, and all the way down here. There's also often quite a few along the fault lines in Mexico, and we're waiting for a big one up here in BC. There have been some big ones, but we've been lucky because they've been offshore. They haven't been close to Vancouver. But you can come to my website and you can check out these tools for yourself. Just visit darkflameearth.com, go into the portal, have a look around, click on movies, and you can check out some of my favorite movies that I've put on this playlist. I want to make it easy for you guys to check out the best content. So I've got some short films that I really, really enjoy. You can see my, I don't know, one of my short films that I was in, we made in college, Tenza Style Films with Milton Ng and myself. It's hilarious. You should check it out. And yeah, just a variety of other videos that I think are worth putting on this playlist because I would love to share things that I enjoy. And hey, if you enjoy them too, share with your friends. Get them to come to darkflameearth.com. If you like music, you can also come down here and check out some of my favorite DJs. I got a list of their SoundCloud pages. Also, my some featured artists I'll put here. And then down here, I have my favorites, which they're not loading, my friends' music videos, and then here's my favorites. So you just want to hear what I was recently listening to, click on this, and we're good to go. There's a few other places, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to stop this broadcast. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you tune in again, and have a great night.